Hey, what's going on? Today is Friday the 17th. How is everybody doing? So, yeah, I took yesterday off. If you listen to my podcast, I took yesterday off because I had an interview with another company. I got a job offer and everything. And, I kind of just, I made a decision that I was kind of done with the job that I'm at. And, it was all good because I kind of went back to work today. And it was pretty good. I don't know. There's one guy, it seemed like he was just being he was in a bad mood or something. But he ended up giving me an extra skill that I can take with me because he showed me how to change what's called a unit on a rail car. So I did that on my own, and I'll take that skill with me because now I know how to do it, and I know where to find the actual drain plug and everything like that. Get it down. They actually wanted me to do some welding on the inside to kind of make a little bit of a repair. So I did that too, and that was pretty cool because they were, impressed with my welds that I did last week. So they had me do that, and they were impressed with that. I was like, dude, I can weld. That was never an issue, and especially, flux core. Half of y'all, that's the only thing you guys know how to do is flux core. So yeah, it was a pretty good day. And I don't know, I felt kind of comfortable there, but with all the bullshit and the fucking circus that's been going on, it's like I'm mentally gone from the place. And this is one of the reasons that I didn't go back to a shop, because working in a shop there's always turmoil. There's always attitudes. There's always, you're doing this dick measuring contest. Who's tougher, whatever. Everybody got attitudes. It's like, I just don't like being in a confined space dealing with that kind of drama. It's just that me, it happens everywhere, but that's just really not me. But besides that, my day has been, the rest of my day has been going pretty good. I got home and I made my fourth pot of chili. I've been making chili for about the past 4 weekends, and I really have been dumping a lot of stuff into it. Because I make, vegetable rich chili. I make chili with all the regular stuff, plus I do about 6 peppers, 4 onions, 2 things of celery, carrots, a big tub of mushrooms, all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty good. And actually, it's better. It's better like the second day afterwards when the vegetables have had a chance to kind of break down a little bit and soften up. That's when it's really good. The first day is pretty good, and but the vegetables are still not. The vegetables are still not to their. They're still not to their kind of, I guess you call it a chili maturity. So after about the second day, once they kind of get to that maturity, then they're really, really good. And they're right in with the sauce and everything, and just hands down, I've been making some good chili, hands down. I was talking with this guy at work, and I usually ask people sometimes, but I asked him to pick some numbers for the lottery because he doesn't play the lottery. So I had him pick some numbers, then I picked the number and I played them today for the Millionaires for Life. Because usually I like getting the luck from the guys who don't play. The people who never play, those are the people I like to get their luck. And, high chance that you could win. Because usually the ones that don't play, those are the ones that will win. The ones, those people that play all the time, chances are we're not going to win. We may win a little something here and there, but chances are we're really not going to win. So, but, at the end of the day, everybody can dream, because, with Millionaires for Life, even the second prize is good, is enough for me to retire. Because the second prize is $100,000 a year. First prize is I think it's $1 million a year for life, I think. Or is it $1 million a month or something like that? Either or, I'll take either one of them. Then I can I'd probably get, if I did that, I'd probably get this little room that I want. Like it's a podcast, quiet booth. I'd probably get that room and do that. Then I would definitely have my own, more of a professional studio, because I have a portable booth right now that works just as good. So, it's not like I'm getting the booth to enhance my sound. My sound is good right now because my booth has acoustic foam inside of it, cardboard walls with acoustic foam glued to them. So as you can hear, there are no reflections. So they're doing, the acoustic foam is doing what it's designed for, but I still want the booth just because it's I don't know. I just want it because I want it. I ain't gonna lie. I just want it because I want it. And because it looks nice. I'd love to have it. Kind of switch over to the last missing link to my podcast dreams, and that would be my professional podcast booth. So that's just my dream. Everybody can dream. Who are you if you don't dream? If you just live day to day and don't dream, don't wonder, nothing like that. I mean, who are you? To me, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying that if you don't dream, you're just kind of dead. You know what I'm saying? Because, you have to, at least in my opinion, you have to set goals and kind of, you set your goal, you set an unreachable goal. That's where you begin with. You set an unreachable goal because you're going to try so hard to get to that unreachable goal that you're going to be further than you would have been if you hadn't have made that unreachable goal. Because if you make, at least in my opinion, if you make a goal that you can reach, then it's kind of, you get to it, okay, make another goal, get to it, make another goal, get to it, on and on and on. That, to me, if you set the unreachable goal, you're going to accomplish a lot more trying to reach that one goal than you would have, continuously setting goals that you can reach. And that's just kind of the way I feel. And that's what I do, because, you know, and a lot of people may laugh. A lot of people may think, oh, well, you're doing this, you know, you ain't making no money. Why are you doing it? Well, why do you have a problem with it? That's what I say to those people. Why do you have an issue with what I'm doing with my money, my time, and things of that nature? Kind of make that make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Right. And like I said, I'm talking to the haters, the ones who have said things like that. I'm not talking to my listeners, I'm talking to the haters. Unless you're a listener and you're a hater, then I'm talking to you. But hopefully we don't have it. We don't have many of those. Thank God. I bought a portable air conditioner because in this apartment, my central air is never, it just, I don't know. It's an embarrassment that my central air, I'll repeat that, my central air for an apartment can't even heat up, can't even cool off an apartment when it gets hot. And it's like, you gotta be kidding me here. You know, can't even cool off an apartment, but a little itty bitty portable air conditioner can. And the thing about it, for those of you who are thinking about getting a portable air conditioner, a portable air conditioner heats up the area, the height of it and the area that you're in. So like mine is in my living room, and I'm sitting on my couch. So it's heating up the area between the floor and the top of my head. Now, once I get up off the couch to go get something to drink or whatever, the air above me is still hot. But I don't care about that air. I just only care about me being cool where I'm at. That's all I care about. I could care less about the air above my head and you know, that type of thing. Because with central air, you're heating up an entire apartment that you're not in. With the portable air conditioner, you're heating up the spot that you're in, not the rest of the house. So it kind of makes sense. And I think I spent like $230 or something like that. And it was a good buy. It was a good buy. I was a little bit concerned. I was a little bit concerned as to whether it was a waste of money or not. Because I've had portable air conditioners before, but I was like, is this gonna work? Is this a gimmick? You know, whatever. I got it, and you know, it works exactly the way it should work. You know, definitely a good buy. But hey, thank you for tuning in to the Narrative Mindset Podcast. I'm your boy, Gerald Tab. You can call me G, GT, G Money. Pick one. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, follow, leave a comment. If you find me on Facebook, like, follow, leave a comment. If you find me on YouTube, subscribe and leave a comment. Help this channel grow. Have a good one.